Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, a little more casual. Didn't put on any false lashes today. I've got my coffee here and I just kind of wanted to sit down and chat with you guys about some recent things that have happened in the beauty community over the past week or so that got me into doing a little bit of soul searching on the weekend and ultimately led me to the decision that going forward, I'm only going to be purchasing cruelty-free makeup products. So products from companies that are not tested on animals. The very first thing that I want to just make so clear in this video is that by no means do I want you to think that I am pushing my particular ethical beliefs on you. This is something very new to me that I just decided. If you guys follow me, you know just last week I was posting reviews on companies from Estee Lauder, L'Oreal, both companies who test on animals. And this is just something that I decided to do very recently, but I wanted to start doing now. And so I wanted to share that with you guys because I think it's important. It's obviously going to be a part of my channel. And so I wanted to kind of make you aware that going forward, the products you're going to see here are all going to be cruelty free. I'm nervous. I'm nervous to announce this because, I don't want people to just unsubscribe because oh, she's gonna be preaching cruelty-free. No, that's not the point here. I'm not someone who enjoys when other people push their beliefs on me. That is not a tactic that I enjoy at all. But I just wanted to let you guys know how I came to this decision, why, and what you can expect from my channel going forward. So first of all, I am a vegetarian. I have been for the past 4.5 years, and going cruelty-free with my makeup has always kind of been in the back of my mind. Something I've thought about often, but never really focused on because honestly, I just found it to be a little overwhelming. I thought, oh my goodness, I have so much makeup, so much of it is not cruelty free. I have a YouTube channel. I want to be able to review all kinds of products. I don't want to limit myself. I don't want people to unsubscribe because I've gone cruelty free. And those thoughts would kind of cross my mind and I would try and just forget about it. Well, last week, as I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard, Nars made the announcement that they are going to be expanding their brand to China. So they're going to be selling their products in China. And as a lot of you guys also, I'm sure know, Chinese law requires that any beauty products sold within their country be tested on animals. So Nars is now going to lose their cruelty-free status, and people were pissed because a lot of people have supported the brand because they are cruelty-free. I love Nars. I'll go ahead and say that right now. I love a lot of their products. Their creamy concealer has been a favorite of mine for a long time. The Orgasm Blush. I love the Laguna Bronzer, the Albatross Highlighter. I have some eyeshadow palettes. I've always really enjoyed their brand. I like their luminous foundation. My friend Melanie from Mr. Kong's mom, she has been cruelty-free for a couple of years now. I've talked to her about it, and she's the one who kind of brought this to my attention. I saw that she had posted a picture on her Instagram about how she was disappointed about this whole Nars fiasco. And she had kind of just said that she was disappointed in their response to, the outrage that they were getting because they were no longer going to be cruelty-free. So I went to their Instagram page and I looked at their response. So I'm gonna read it to you guys. I'll put it on the screen so you can see it in case you haven't. We want you to know that we hear you. The global elimination of animal testing needs to happen. We firmly believe that product and ingredient safety can be proven by non-animal methods. But we must comply with the local laws of the markets in which we operate, including in China. We have decided to make Nars available in China because we feel it is important to bring our vision of beauty and artistry to fans in the region. Nars does not test on animals or ask that others do so on our behalf, except where required by law. This is where things get so hypocritical for me. Nars is committed and actively working to advance alternative testing methods. We are proud to support the Institute for In Vitro Sciences, IIVS, a globally recognized organization at the forefront at advancing non-animal methods in China and around the world. Nars is hopeful that together we can work toward a cruelty-free world. For more on the good work IIVS is doing, see http://. Initial reaction when I read this was like, oh my gosh, Nars, what a bunch of hypocrites you are. You're saying that the global elimination of animal testing needs to stop, yet you are one of the reasons that it continues. You are choosing to sell in China, and money talks. I get that. I understand from a business perspective why they would want to expand. However, I think that ethics are important too, and it just disappointed me. When I thought about it a little bit more, I thought, Stephanie, you are being a hypocrite yourself. Just last week, you were posting videos on Estee Lauder, on L'Oreal. These are products that are also tested on animals. And you can't be disappointed in this company if you too are supporting these brands. So again, I want to say, if you're someone who is purchasing L'Oreal, if you're someone who is purchasing Estee Lauder, that doesn't affect my relationship with you at all. I have supported those brands for a long time. Like I said, I think they have a lot of amazing products. You can find reviews on my channel where I, promote them and say, thumbs up, I think you should go pick them up. But this has been in the back of my mind for a long time, and for whatever reason, this whole Nars drama just resonated with me and made me realize that personally it was time for me to make the switch. So that is what I have decided to do. And I thought for a while, maybe I'll wait for a couple months to officially announce this on my channel. But I had read some comments from other people saying they had been considering going cruelty-free as well. And a lot of people had the same hesitations that I did. Perhaps you just feel overwhelmed with your makeup collection. You don't want to get rid of everything that you've already purchased. You don't want to stop reviewing products from certain brands that you have been loyal to for many years, or, maybe you don't make videos, or you don't want to stop purchasing your favorite mascara. For God's sakes, I love this freaking L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara, and I'm pissed that I can't buy it anymore, but it's gonna make me feel ethically sound if I just seek out some other alternatives. So I had to sit down and really think about how I was gonna go about this, how I was gonna handle it, and also what I could tell you guys about what to expect from my channel. So the first thing I wanna say is that don't expect a lack of reviews. I'm just gonna read you, because I was actually pleasantly surprised at how many brands are still cruelty-free. So just in Sephora alone, I've got a list here from Cruelty Free Kitty, which has been an amazing resource for me. Of course, I will link her and some other really great resources below. So these are just an example of cruelty-free makeup brands at Sephora. So we've got Anastasia Beverly Hills, Hourglass, Too Faced, Tarte, Kat Von D, Stila, which they have just recently become cruelty-free, Josie Maran, Becca, Bite Beauty, Blink, Urban Decay, Bare Minerals, Buxom, Cover FX, RMS Beauty, Marc Jacobs, Beauty Blender, Natasha Denona, Besame, Ciate, Milk Makeup, Ardent Cian, and the list goes on. Dr. Dennis Gross, Love Vanilla, Ren, Tata Harper, Sunday Riley, Tatcha, Nude Skincare, Drunk Elephant, Juice Beauty, and it goes on and on. Some drugstore brands that I can think of just right off the top of my head would be e.l.f., which of course we all know is such an affordable line. Physicians Formula doesn't test on animals. Hard Candy. There are plenty of brands out there. There's going to be no lack of content on my channel. So like I said, I have been spending a lot of time on the Cruelty Free Kitty website, also the Logical Harmony website, and I have found so many new brands that I had never even heard about that now I just am really excited to try. And that really excites me because I love scooping out new makeup. I think there are so many brands that have not been discovered that just are not getting enough love and attention, that have quality products with great ingredients that are ethically sound that need to be talked about more. So really what you guys can expect from me is to still hear, reviews on all of the new launches from the brands that I just read off to you and then some, and also just to hear about some newer brands that maybe you haven't heard about before. I know some of the people that I have followed for years here on YouTube, like Christine from Pink So Foxy, Kristen Leanne, Andrea Metelliano, she just recently went cruelty-free, Jess Beautician. These girls are all cruelty-free, and I have learned so much from them, and I have also just found some new brands that I just wasn't aware of before because they seek out these unique, sometimes indie makeup and body care brands. And there are some really great hidden gems out there that, I just think are waiting to be discovered. So in terms of the makeup that I own now that is not cruelty-free, like the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, or I've got like the Burberry Fresh Glow Luminous Base. I've got, what else do I have here? Actually, I will say I was surprised when I went through my makeup drawer collection. I realized that the majority of the products I own are cruelty-free. I would say probably 70%, whereas 30% were not. That's just a rough estimate. At first I thought I'm gonna have to give this all away or, toss some of it, but I decided that's not what I'm gonna do. These products I have already paid for, I've already supported the company, and that's done. So me tossing this product is not going to do anything now except for just, you know, not let me finish up the bottle. So I am going to be finishing up the products. I'm not going to be showing them anymore on my channel, and going forward, I'm not going to be purchasing from the brand. So that is kind of just an update that I wanted to give you guys. I feel really good about this. I've gotten really excited about it over the past few days. I've also decided that I want to start blogging again, because I used to have a blog like years ago. It was just, you know, kind of random. I would post some DIYs, some recipes, some makeup reviews, but I want to really focus on product reviews and also maybe citing some information about cruelty-free items and stuff that you can find helpful, links to other pages. I want to say that, you know, I did feel like maybe I should wait a while before I posted this video, but I think that everyone needs to start somewhere. And if this has been on your mind for a while, I just wanted to, you know, show you my journey from start through. You know, hopefully I won't slip up. Maybe I will, not intentionally. I don't mean like I'm gonna go purposely buy a product knowing that it was tested on animals. But I mean, you know, what I have learned over the past week is that sometimes it is a little bit hard to get a direct answer. For example, some companies claim that they are cruelty-free, state on their websites that their products are cruelty-free, but if you dig a little harder and you do a little more research, you may find that they have contracted out a third party to do the animal testing for them, so that their names are not associated with the animal testing, but their products are still being tested on animals. So it's a little bit tricky. Logical Harmony, Cruelty-Free Kitty, these women are amazing. They spend so much time, they are so passionate about just constantly updating their cruelty-free brand lists and making it very easy to tell which brands test and which do not test on animals. And I so appreciate that, because it has made this process very simplified for me. There are still some brands that, you know, they're constantly working on. So, you know, I'm in the process of emailing some brands myself and trying to get information. But I mean, in the age of technology, you know, it's simple for you just to reach out and ask a brand, do you test on animals? Do you hire out third parties? What is your stance on this? You know, please let me know. If anything, my goal here is to just kind of show you guys that there are a ton of cruelty-free beauty products out here, mainstream and independent. There are lots of options. I think that Kristen Leanne really said it best when she said that your dollar counts as a vote. And I love this analogy because it's so true. When you support cruelty-free brands, you are sending a message to the company that you like what they are doing. You like that they are not supporting animals. Like that they are not testing on animals, and that, you know, you are remaining loyal to them because of that. And I know that someone's gonna ask about my take on parent companies, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give you that rundown right now. If you're not familiar, a parent company is a larger cosmetic company such as Estee Lauder, L'Oreal, Johnson & Johnson, and they essentially have the monopoly on all of the smaller makeup brands. So for example, Estee Lauder recently purchased Too Faced. Too Faced made a pledge saying that they are going to be owned by a parent company who sells products in China and tests on animals. However, they are pledging not to sell their specific brand in China, and they will not test on animals themselves. So I'm okay with purchasing from Too Faced. I understand some people are not, because they are owned by Estee Lauder. Another excellent analogy from Tashina from Logical Harmony was that she viewed this parent company situation kind of like a grocery store, where, you know, maybe you don't eat meat, but you still shop at a grocery store that sells meat, but you just choose to purchase the fresh produce. You're still sending a message to the store. You know, you are supporting specific products, certain brands, but not others. If you think about this in terms of parent companies and their makeup, I mean, you're still sending a message. So if you're purchasing from Too Faced, but you're not purchasing from Estee Lauder themselves, well, you're still sending a message. You know, your dollar is still counting as a vote. You're still sending the message that you're supporting the brands that are choosing not to test on animals. You know, eventually the hope is that the parent companies will look at this and say, okay, well, our companies that don't test on animals are doing much better than the companies that do. So what are we gonna do about that? I understand that that is not the stance that everyone's gonna take, and I respect that. You know, it really is up to you to make that decision and do whatever you feel is best for you personally. So that is just kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Again, I really just want to emphasize that by no means do I want to push my personal beliefs on you. I really don't. If you choose to buy L'Oreal, that's your decision and that is fine. I just want you to know that if you are looking for cruelty-free options, you are absolutely going to find them on my channel. And whether you're buying all cruelty-free or not, you're still supporting a good cause. I don't think there's anyone out there who is like, I'm only purchasing from brands who test on animals. I can't imagine that. That seems really backwards to me. My hope is just that eventually there will be no animal testing. I mean, in Europe it is banned, which is amazing. In China it is required, which just to me seems so backwards, but it is. But I think that, you know, you may think you're only one person, but you're not. You have an impact, and you know, I've been inspired by other people, and people will be inspired by what you do too. Whether it's going cruelty-free or just being a kind person, you know, the positive things you do inspire people more than you probably realize, and it's so important to do what you feel is right. And like I said, whether it's going cruelty-free or, you know, like maybe taking time out of your day to do a good deed, people are gonna see that, and eventually they're gonna start doing it too, and eventually there will be change in the world. So that is it, you guys. I hope you are excited about this like I am. I really do think that I'm gonna be able to find some new brands and of course continue to review the tried and true. But if you enjoyed this, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, share it. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Take care of each other, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.